Hi, it's Ryan from Nights Around a Table, and I have a very special guest star today. It's exciting because we bought a new piece of equipment. It's a double-headed lavalier, and I know you saw with my daughter Cassandra in a video a few weeks back, I couldn't quite mic her properly, but now, thanks to the contributions of my patrons, thank you very much, I was able to purchase this piece of equipment and mic us both at the same time. So, this is my lovely lady wife, Cheryl.
Hello.
Excited to introduce you to her, and it's a very special day for us. What day is it, Cheryl?
It's our 17th wedding anniversary.
17th wedding anniversary today while we're shooting it. So this is kind of like what we're doing to celebrate, I guess, right? This is our together...
Maybe we'll play this.
Maybe we'll play this. Cheryl's never wanted to be in any of these videos so far, and she wanted to be in this one. Why Pearlbrook?
Because I love Everdell so much. It is my favorite game ever.
So
I will play it anytime.
Right. I feel the same way. And it's weird because I did that Find the Fun video, right? Hopefully you saw that. There's the link above. And when I promoted that, I posted up on Twitter to see what people, sorry, not Twitter, Reddit, blah, double letters, to see what people thought about it. And the Reddit people were kind of dumping on Everdell. They're like, well, there's a lot of randomness involved in the game. I'm like, yes, as with life. I didn't really understand their complaints that well. We fought about the cardboard tree a little bit, right? So there's this giant cardboard tree in Everdell that doesn't serve any function. We have it right here. It doesn't serve any function in gameplay. It just helps. It's a bit of a table hog, this game. That's one of the knocks against it. And the tree helps elevate some of the pieces so they're closer to your face and out of the way. I think it's great. I mean, it's kind of like the argument they made was kind of like if you were talking about a luxury car and they'd be like, that car ain't nothing without, you know, its leather upholstery and all the features and the backup camera and the engine, you know what I mean? You're like, wait a second, you're pulling out everything that makes it the luxury car. Like, why would you do that? So I stand by my guns. Giant cardboard tree, fantastic. Let's unbox Pearlbrook. Now, as is customary when I have a guest, and you're the second guest I've ever had, I hand to you the prized craft knife. With great power comes great responsibility, and I'll let you go at it. It's got to stay there so it stays in the shot. Let's see how she does.
Right. Why is this so hard?
So, thank you. I mean, skill with the craft knife. You make it look easy, right? It's actually very easy. You just have to worry about cutting the box.
I don't want to wreck the box at all.
I think that's good. Yeah, let's do it.
I never get to open those.
I know, it's so exciting.
You never let me.
Yeah, it's true. How much do you know about Pearlbrook?
Me?
You. Somebody else in the shot?
I just know that there's like cute little animals. There's other cute little animals and more cards. There are
other. Wait, listen closely.
And pearls.
There are pearls, but this is the thing. This is shtick. Hold on.
Right.
Hold on. Box fartometer?
0.
That's a 0. Unfortunately. Oh well. Not that we're in it for the box farts, but you know, it's a nice perk. I guess it's a benefit. Whatever. Off the top, what do we have? We have rules of play.
Signature of yours.
And I've actually, you know what? I know more about this game than I do of many others that I've unboxed just because I was so excited about it and I had to read all about it. And I actually started writing a script for the how to play, and that's why I read through the instructions. I was super mondo jazzed about this game. Here's Starling Games. I can't talk about this game without mentioning Alien Frontiers, which was once upon a time my absolute favorite game of all time. You liked it, didn't like it?
I do like it.
We played a lot of Alien Frontiers.
I do like it.
But then Starling Games, formerly Game Salute, ran a Kickstarter for a bunch of extra bells and whistles for Alien Frontiers. I bought into it, and it was a bad experience. Waited a very, very long time, and in that wait time, they announced and launched a Kickstarter for the expansion. It did all kinds of crazy stuff that I was not on side with, so it kind of soured me. And after the Kickstarter finally arrived, I was much older. I had a beard down to my ankles. I was soured on it. I couldn't play it anymore. And then, like, they got me with this one because although it's the same company, I really like this game. So the Kickstarter delivered on time when they said it would. They didn't pull any nonsense or shenanigans. I am still waiting. Did you know that we're getting a collector's edition upgrade that has, you know, metal coins and all that sort of stuff? Yes. So we're still waiting on that. This one, there was a message that it was shipping, and it came 2 days later. And then in the upgrade pack, there was a message that was shipping a week ago, and it still hasn't arrived. So I don't know if they're up to their old tricks again or what's happening, but we're still waiting on that. Would like to show you that when it arrives. This is how you keep audiences entertained, by the way. You tell them about your shipping woes. What's next? Oh, did you know about this? I don't think you knew about this. You know the basic events up at the top?
Yes.
Yes. This replaces the basic events.
Oh, interesting.
They are 3D constructed wonders that you build, and this is the instruction sheet for putting them together after you pop them out.
Interesting. Well, the one thing I don't like about the tree.
Okay, tell me.
The one thing.
All right, harp on the tree.
The one thing I don't like about it.
Tell me.
Is when you put the events there.
Yeah.
I can't, I'm short, and it's way over there, and I can't read them.
It's true.
It's annoying.
I was going to say right off the top, in case you're worried and you're about to call the authorities, we're the same age. We're like, well, we're a year apart. You like to remind me that you're a year younger than I am, but people when
it matters.
Cheryl gets mistaken for a college student all the time, and when we got married 17 years ago, my friends called her my child bride.
Of course, you're gonna have to flash a photo of our wedding.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to put that up. I'll show the wedding photos right here. Right, so you see. Why did I make it right? Because you said you're very, very short and you can't see over the tree. Well, these are actually, these don't go on the tree. These are the ones that replace the ones under the tree.
Oh.
But you said what did you want to do to the event cards on the tree?
I am into woodworking, and I am going to go in the garage and get little scraps of wood and make like little Scrabble stands just for the cards to go on the tree.
It's a pretty cool idea. We'll show you when they're done.
Yeah.
Okay, so those are the wonders, the 3D wonders. And cardboard tokens. We're getting metal ones, so we don't need these anymore. Those are for poor people, basically. Such a jerk. All this stuff, by the way,
nice.
Like the Tricarian thing that I just unboxed. I bought this when I was gainfully employed, and I'm no longer gainfully employed, and now all this stuff is arriving. Like
he reminds me every time a box comes.
Yeah, it's like I'm Richie Rich.
I boxed this 2 years ago.
All right, so this is the adjunct board that goes along the side, and I think in order to appreciate this, we're going to need to bring out the main game board. So I have the main game right here. Again, I say this is like a cooking show. It's like I have a fully baked Everdell casserole right over here.
Phosphardometer?
That's a Zilchow. Zero. All right. Whoa! I'm taking the set down. Look at the set. I'm taking the plain white background down. Okay. So here's how that looks. Like I said, Everdell's a little bit of a table hog. We're gonna need a bigger table. Look at this noise.
Too much stuff.
I know, right? An embarrassment of riches. So that's what it looks like when it lines up. Looks really good, eh? And I don't know if you even noticed though, the events that go at the top here, those pieces line up really well with, like, this one lines up with the road that comes in and out the bottom. So they paid attention to the art. Of course, the art is the big draw in this game. This board, I don't know, it mostly fits, but there's a little bit of a wiggle, but that's okay. How picky are you gonna be, right? It's cardboard. Cool.
Pretty picky.
That's pretty. All right, there we go. So we'll take that away and see what else is in the box. What do you got? Oh, we've seen this already. Let's get this out of here.
Sorry. You threw it back in the box.
Sorry about that. I always get excited about the wood.
Yeah.
All right, let's see the wood. Do you know what's in the bag?
This is not...
Wait a second.
You're getting excited about the game we already have, you goofball.
The wood.
There we go.
I can edit that in post, but I won't.
Yeah, do it.
All right. Delicious. Oh, have you tried board game snacks? Delicious silica gel. No. It's good for, it's very crunchy.
Do not eat.
Do not eat.
Throw away.
Throw away. All right, what do we got? 4 different types of critters. You gotta lie them down so that the camera can see them.
Right.
Right.
Like
go ahead.
Put them in the row.
And looks like there's
penguins?
No, they're not. So
birds?
Yeah, but what kind of birds? Do you remember the company name? Whoops, go ahead.
No. Oh, starlings.
Starlings.
Right. I don't like starlings. They're mean birds.
Yeah, they're jerk birds. They
steal other birds' nests.
They do. They kick other birds out of the house. They're like squatter birds.
Right.
All right. So we've got 3. I'm expecting 4. I think there's another bag of wood. So we've got platypuses, which I think is the correct pluralization.
It's not platypi.
It's not platypi. It's kind of like hippopotamuses or rhinoceroses. One of them is a my and one of them is an us's. I've looked this up. It's platypuses, but all the documentation says Pot of pie. These are axolotls. These are like little salamander things. And those are starlings. And we got one more bag, 2 more bags of wood, 3 more bags of wood. Oh my lord. Okay, we'll do the little one first, the missing one. There you go. I want to know if you can guess what shape these ones are.
Can't get it open.
Bring them right up here. And they kind of blend with the table too, so it's going to be really hard to see.
They really do.
What is that? No peeking.
Here, you can do this.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that'd be beautiful. So now we can see. People playing the home game, do you know?
Were there sloths in it?
Sloths. It could be sloths. You can call them sloths.
I don't know.
Those are otters.
What?
All right. Maybe the same person who did the artwork is not the same person who designed the silhouettes. I don't know. But they're kind of like, they look like little T-Rexes or something, eh?
They look, dinosaur-y to me at first.
And I think most of the animals in the game are North American animals, and here they have like specifically Australian, aggressively Australian animals in the game. But that's fine. Cute creatures are cute creatures. We're not going for realism here. Wait till you see the cards. We're not going for realism. Okay, here we go. Off we go.
More wood.
More wood.
You forgot.
You get to do that bag, and I get to do this bag.
Fine.
I get the better bag.
Really? I don't think so.
What do you got? What'd you get in your bag?
I got frogs.
I also got frogs.
I got the better color frogs.
Do you know the deal with the frogs?
No.
So
I do not.
The story of the game is pretty funny. The animals were traveling around and they discovered a river that they'd never noticed was there before. I'm like, wait a second. Like, aren't some of them birds? How is that a thing? Anyway, there are river folk, there are river animals, and they don't talk to or socialize with the forest animals. So in order to do stuff in the river, you need a frog ambassador. So you go and entreat with the river
you
folk.
did tell me.
Yeah.
Yes.
So they have to go and do their thing in the river. So that's what the frogs are about. And they've made sure that they have one in each color, including black. And we don't have any black stuff, but that's in case you're playing the black rats, the rugwort character. You play against him in the solo mode. So that's what the black frog is about. And he will be arriving in the collector's edition when it finally shows up.
Okay.
Next. These are the mats that I mentioned that the 3D wonders go on at the top of the board. Nothing too exciting there, but that's what those are for.
Oh, just to cover up.
Yeah.
Okay. Pearls! Fun! So shiny.
They are, aren't they? And they were smart enough to, unlike the logs with the original one, they were smart enough to plane off the bottoms so the pearls aren't going to go rolling around too terribly.
Right.
Right? They look so pretty. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, they're very nice.
They're fun to touch.
They are. They look just like pearls.
Just like the berries are fun to touch too.
So, from my reading of the instructions, these are even more valuable than the pebbles. They're harder to get and they do more for you. They unlock special powers. Very cool. Those are really nice.
Is it like one space to get a pebble?
We'll see that when the cards come out. You'll see what it costs to get pebbles. Or to get pearls.
Okay.
It's not straightforward. You get that bag. I get this bag. Once again, I believe no, don't. That's how board game components get ruined.
Ha! I won.
All right. What'd you get?
I got a mirror and some scales and a spyglass, amulet. Ooh, and more of these things.
More special events. I got a compass and a gilded book, an hourglass, a tiara, a sundial. Gorgeous art. Look at this. The key to the city, a bell. I think I got more things than you. A mask and another special event, an evening of fireworks. Very nice. More forest locations, right? So they've added... There's nothing... Is there anything Pearl related on this one or expansion related? Discard 2 metal cards, replenish, then draw 2 metal cards. Also gain one of any resource. Nope, nothing particularly expansion related in any of these actually. Just new forest locations. Well, that one's powerful. Look at that. 2 pebbles in a card. 2 pebbles in a card.
2 pebbles.
Madness.
Fighting over that one, that's for sure.
We'll just read a couple of these. X marks the spot. It's very small. And if I do this, you still won't be out of focus. When achieved, place 1 point on your storehouse for each resource there, up to 6. Oh, remember the storehouse? That's the one where you get to store 3 sticks or, so, yeah.
2 resin or pebble.
So if you got a storehouse and you haven't cashed in the stuff on it, this one lets you get points from it and then cash in the stuff. Oh, cool. So I'm sure they all do Awesome stuff. And then the last deck of cards. How many cards? How many cards would you say are in that deck? Are you any good at estimating?
17 million.
You're probably about right. Probably pretty accurate. Here we go. Some new things to build. Oh, that's exciting. You can build a bridge.
Increase your hand size by 1 for every pearl
you have. What? That's crazy.
Oh, I want that.
I know, right?
Already.
Okay. This is a ferry. Your frog goes on it.
Right.
Copying a revealed river destination, which you don't know what they do. Oh, look at this. But pirate ship to an empty space in an opponent's city, then gain a resource and a point per pearl that opponent has to a maximum of 3. So you stuff up their city with a pirate ship and take stuff according to their wealth. Love it. But it's interesting that you don't take what they have. You take according to what they have. So you take from the supply.
Right.
Right. Okay, what else we got? Must have a space with a construction when visiting a river destination. Well, let's, a bunch of these. Oh, look at the fairy ferret. Oh, he's a fairy ferret. Oh my gosh. I'm losing my mind. This is a shipwright. 1 point for each expansion card in your city. Do not count adornments. Adornments are the... pirate? Yes, there is a pirate. There's a platypirate.
How could you pass by the pirate?
I know, right? So, when you get the pirate, discard up to 4 cards to draw and reveal an equal amount of cards. If the total point value if the total base value of your drawn cards is at least 7, you get a pearl. So it's like he's a gambler.
Right.
Cool, cool.
Another judge.
More judges.
Oh, I love the judge. It's my favorite card.
Yeah, that is your favorite. So these are what you turn up in the river. So I believe they start face down and then you can go over and they turn it up. And then if you can pay the cost of what's on the card, you get it. Or you get the stuff on the card. So reveal and discard 3 different colored cards from your hand to gain a point and a pearl. So that's the idea, right? Or like, Christina, the constable, she... I love it! She's a narc snail. She's a cop. It's like... Stop in the name of the law. That's hilarious. That's brilliant and inspired. So reveal the card, discard 2 blue cards from your hand to gain a point and a pearl. So yeah, so you flip her over and it's like, oh shoot, I don't have the stuff she needs. You can revisit later with your frog ambassador when you have that stuff, but then you flipped it over and everyone else has the advantage of seeing what is required on the card. So they might jump in and get the goodies. Snout the Explorer.
He's cute.
Axolotl. Yeah, these, I mean, look at this. Look at this artwork. I'm already delighted. Delightment achieved. They're great. They're great. And then the very last thing that you get in the box
yes.
is, weren't we just saying the last time we played this?
Yes, it was impossible.
We need a score pad. So
Yes.
there is a score pad.
It wasn't impossible.
It wasn't impossible, but this is really nice. Fairy Hair. Do you know who Fairy Hair is?
No.
He's the shopkeeper.
Aw.
So yeah, that'll make it a lot easier to track scores, especially when we play with new people and they're like, so many numbers.
Yeah.
Great.
And we always forget about the points when you're discarding. Those are...
Yeah, the ones in the, not the Haven, that's the one on the right side, but the one on the left side.
Is it only opens up in autumn?
It's going to be written right here. The journey points. Those
Yes.
are the ones we forget every single time. So, fantastic. That is everything that comes in the Everdell Pearlbrook expansion box. We're going to play it, possibly tonight.
Yes, we are.
And then we'll do a how to play video, and you can watch that, and we'll tell you how to play. And then later on, in a Find the Fun video, we'll tell you maybe you'll return, and Cheryl and I can tell you what we thought of it. Thanks so much for your support. If you are a patron, if you're not, you can pop over there. I've added a thing where you can just add like a one-time tip. If you don't want to be dinging credit cards month after month, no problem. I appreciate any support that you can lend to keep this channel going. Thanks so much for watching. Did you just watch that whole thing? Oh, hey, to 100% this video, click the badge to subscribe and then click the bell to get notifications when I've got new stuff.